Something though, since I don't think I talked about it. I'm not excusing Nancy and the other guy's actions, and because obviously the other people didn't really know what was going on. So 3 people dying was a perfect excuse for them to fire them. But what I didn't like was them acting as if everything was fine before, because they said because there was literally a line that everything was fine before Nancy got there, and the other guy. And yeah, that line was just really stupid. And there's actually one thing I wanted to talk about because I keep forgetting to talk about it. And I don't really care for the Freddy Krueger song. Yes, it's kinda creepy and it's kinda iconic. But I don't like the line 3 and 4, lock the door. What is that gonna do? So you have a line about staying up all night and never sleeping again. And then you have a line about locking your door. What is that supposed to do? It doesn't fit in the song at all. Every time I hear it, I think it's just such a stupid line. Like, what is locking your door gonna do? He was burnt alive in the first movie. Not his origin part, but burnt alive, right? And, left in the boiler room with the door closed, and he somehow escaped. Not to mention the fact that he's gotten into rooms before, or locked rooms. I don't really see what people think locking the doors will do, especially when all he needs to do is get into your dreams. Like, if you lock a door and then go to sleep, it's not magically not gonna, stop him from coming to get you. But yeah, that's all I really needed to add. So the next, I think, 4 minutes will be the actual review for the movie. It was way better than the first 2. And, honestly, I thought some of it can be easily criticized. Because, Nancy and, the other person get blamed for everything, and they try and act as if everything was all perfect before they showed up. And ever since, like, Nancy's been getting all buddy-buddy with them, and it's, like, all their fault. And that place was basically perfect. Even though they couldn't control Kincaid, and they always had to send him to the quiet room. And Christine, when she first got admitted, was able to stab somebody. And you're acting as if you guys are perfect. Yeah, nobody died when Nancy wasn't as involved, but you definitely weren't perfect. Not to mention you have a staff member offering to get a girl addicted on drugs again. Like, okay, yeah, you guys are nowhere near perfect. This movie was a bit weird, bit stupid, bit confusing. I thought the whole, oh, well, we're gonna bury Freddy's bones thing was pretty cool. Until at the end of the movie, they act as if none of it mattered. They killed off a previous character, the dad, and Nancy. And, in the end, it doesn't really matter because Freddy survives for 3 more movies. Not to mention, the softcore reboot and Freddy vs. Jason. Like, come on, man. I really liked Philip, so I wish he wouldn't have been the first one to die. And what else? I thought it was a bit weird with Philip's death. And, I already said I liked him, so this isn't really a bias thing, though. In all the movies, if someone gets hurt during their dream, they actually get hurt in the real world. If you get burnt to wake yourself up, you wake up burnt. If you get attacked and you eventually wake up, like in the first movie when we see there's claw marks on Nancy's dress when she wakes up. Her outfit, her pajamas, whatever. So, on Philip's death, why was he just, thinking that it was all happening? Because when we actually see him sleepwalking, none of the injuries he has in the dream are in the real world. But he still commits suicide in the real world. His death was probably the weirdest and made the least amount of sense. But whatever, it was still cool. And I thought it was unique with how many times Freddy changed in this movie. Like, oh, he's a stop motion skeleton. He's a stop motion puppet. Then there was that one where he was like a slug. It was just very unique. I really enjoyed this movie. And character development was kind of there. But not really. But definitely better than the first movie. I just will not get over the first movie, how little they did stuff with characters. It just kind of sucked. And that's about it for this movie. But it's a good movie.